So today I want to talk about something that's going to be present and more in the future, and that is, people that are open and have proof of celestial, divine, celestial alien contact. Well, for years we've been hearing about this and all, but I think more and more as time progresses, because of everything that's happening now and everything that's shifting, there's going to be more and more occurrences on the Earth where aliens are present, and there's going to be more and more taps on the shoulders, like what happened to me in 2012, of some kind of experience of sorts that's going to lead people, their children, their children's children, and more people to have some kind of experience in some way or another that leads them to the belief of aliens in some way or another. Some people might not see them as divine, intelligent, or all-powerful, technologically advanced beings. They may just they may see something different. But I think there's going to be something more than just people that see the typical story of being abducted by aliens, the typical story of being abducted by alien beings and being, dissected or experimented on in some crazy way. I think a lot of those are true stories, but I don't think that, what's going to happen is all going to just be that. I think there's going to be a lot more than just those kind of stories. So, where I'm going to with all of this is just simply the idea that, as time goes on, there's going to be a lot more happens. And there's going to be something at a breaking point somewhere in the mainstream. There's going to be a breaking point with everything, and something massive is going to be exposed at some point within the next few years. I believe something big was going to be exposed before the public's eyes, and we're all going to see, as we're already seeing the shifting happening right now. We're going to really see it happen and see things for what they are in the future, and that's going to probably pursue a lot of humanity together. It's probably not going to end all wars, but it's probably going to pursue humanity to come together in many ways, and we'll all for the ones that hold hands and come together, I guess it'll be like that. And I don't know how bad things will get. Things will get hard financially, and things will collapse. But will it be as bad as some people think it is, where it's like people will be fighting for the last can of soup? Probably not. I personally don't believe it'll ever be like that. But I think there will be a point where, we have to choose. Are you going this way or another? And there'll be a lot more for the other than just one side of the duality. But at some point there's going to be a breaking point where something in life is to be more signed away than it ever has been before to whomever is watching. If you're somebody that maintains a day-to-day job or whatever, something's going to happen at some point that's going to basically work as a way to slightly bar certain people from civilization. I personally think it like that. I'm not going to say my experiences led me to see it like that. My experiences kind of led me to see it like, the main thing that'll change in my lifetime and most lifetimes will be, economic changes, people just being brought down to the certain system that they're in, the level they're being brought down to. So, yeah. But I also believe in myself that at some point in time, people will be barred away from the system. We've heard it in some way or another. People, different, mainly the Christian religion and revelations, always believed in something along the lines of that. I personally believe something like that will happen, that leads people to not have access to something anymore. I don't know how it'll be. Nobody ever knows how it'll actually play out. We don't know what will work into some new world government system that certain people will reject. I just don't know. So, back to what I'm talking about here is, at some point in that time, and for many years to come after, there will be more contact than ever before with celestial beings, divine celestial beings. Something's going to be here, and let's all keep in one scenario here. So let's all be open to the one scenario here of there being the possibility that we have this whole thing with the let's say there is an explanation for the 144,000. Not talking about the Christian side of things, and not even saying it's exactly 144,000. Let's say there really are the people, the spiritual people that are already ascended individuals that have come here with a purpose and whatnot. Let's all assume that lines up, and so those people leave in this physical plane in some way, and I believe there's a lot of ways that that can happen as well. Uh, Obviously, with something having to do with the extraterrestrial beings. But let's assume that they, in that scenario, they leave the physical plane and ascend into a new existence. And I said, as I said, I think that'll happen. So what I'm trying to say is, like, there may be something that these that fill the shoes in of certain beings. There are several races and life forms and energies out there, and somebody at some point is going to have to fill in the shoes of these beings. So my idea is that there might be, after, if there is a first, then somebody might step in there for the second wave, and somebody fills in their shoes in some way or another. And that's, again, that all comes together with at the end of it all being humanity helping humanity, and all community helping community, and all this stuff. I think that would have something to do with it. But like I said, 144,000 is a big number. Not as big as other numbers, but still a big number, 6 digits. So, I'm not going to say that's even going to happen, but I believe there will be a time where these selected, chosen, ascended masters of the light all vanish, as we could have wondered if that was once prophesied. I personally believe it'll happen like that, something along the lines of that. But like I said before, this is not some Christian story. This is all in the alien ascended nature, the ascended nature of extraterrestrial divine beings of a celestial existence. And like I said, there's a lot of ideas that all come together with this. Not one man, in my opinion, has it all down. Not one man or woman has it all down. But I do believe that these are all what I keep calling possibilities. We go by so many things of what people say within their own story, and let's just say, let's hear it out. But like, I just don't know with that. As I always say, I just don't fully know, but I do know that something along the lines of all this will happen. So, yeah, that's the great coming at the end. Everybody within these communities all knows it. The great coming is going to happen, but it's going to be like divine, celestial, extraterrestrial beings of an evolved existence, and that's what'll be what comes to mankind and brings forward the great change in our existence. And yeah, that's going to be what I wanted to talk about. So thank you.